How to stay motivated when you feel like giving up. What separates those who succeed from those who give up? Let me ask you something. Have you ever hit a wall so hard that it felt impossible to keep going? Maybe you've been chasing a dream, tackling a big project, or just trying to make it through the day, and now, you feel stuck, exhausted, and ready to quit. If that's you, you're not alone. But here's the good news. The fact that you're here, watching this, means you're stronger than you realize. Today, we're diving deep into strategies, mindset shifts, and even life-changing lessons from books to help you rediscover your motivation and keep moving forward. Let's get started. 1. Acknowledge and accept the feeling. The first thing I want you to know is this. It's okay to feel like giving up. It doesn't mean you're weak, and it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. Even the most successful people in history have faced moments like these. Thomas Edison, for example, failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. In his words, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." One book that really shifted my perspective on this is The Obstacle is the Way, by Ryan Holiday. It teaches us that challenges are not meant to stop us, they're meant to shape us. So, instead of beating yourself up for feeling stuck, take a deep breath and remind yourself. This is part of the process. 2. Reconnect with your purpose. When was the last time you thought about why you started this journey? What's your bigger purpose? Sometimes, we lose motivation because we lose sight of our why. Take a moment to reflect. Is your goal to provide a better future for your family? To prove to yourself that you're capable? To live a life of meaning and impact? Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, emphasizes the importance of understanding your core purpose. Without it, staying motivated becomes nearly impossible. Write your why down, stick it somewhere you'll see every day, and let it remind you of the bigger picture. 3. Break it down. Small steps lead to big wins. Big goals can feel overwhelming, especially when progress seems invisible. But here's the truth. You don't have to tackle everything at once. One of the most powerful lessons I've learned is from James Clear's Atomic Habits. He explains that small, consistent actions are the building blocks of massive change. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, focus on taking one step. What's one thing you can do today? Just one. For example, if your goal is to get healthier, don't worry about running a marathon. Just start with a 10-minute walk. If you're working on a big project, focus on finishing one section or task. Small wins create momentum, and momentum creates motivation. 4. Embrace rest and recovery. Here's something we don't talk about enough. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It's a necessary part of growth. When we keep pushing without stopping, we burn out, and that's when giving up feels like the only option. In The Power of Full Engagement, by Jim Loehr and Tony Schwartz, they emphasize that our energy, not our time, is our most valuable resource. Schedule time to recharge, whether it's through meditation, a walk in nature, or reading a book you love. Rest isn't quitting, it's part of the process. In fact, some of my best ideas and breakthroughs have come when I've stepped away to recharge. 5. Redefine failure and celebrate progress. One of the biggest reasons we lose motivation is because we focus on what hasn't happened yet. We compare ourselves to others or to some unrealistic timeline, and we feel like we're failing. But here's the thing. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Carol Dweck's Mindset teaches us about the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says, I failed, so I'm not good enough. A growth mindset says, I failed, so what can I learn from this? Every step, even the ones that feel like setbacks, is progress if you choose to see it that way. 6. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment matters more than you think. Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If the people around you are negative or unsupportive, it's going to drag you down. Find people, books, and resources that lift you up. For example, David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me is one of the most motivating books I've ever read. His story of overcoming impossible odds reminds me that we're all capable of so much more than we think. Whether it's through a book, a podcast, or a community, surround yourself with voices that remind you of your strength. 7. Take ownership of your journey. At the end of the day, motivation isn't something that magically appears, it's something you create. Jocko Willink, in Extreme Ownership, talks about the importance of taking full responsibility for your actions, your mindset, and your outcomes. No one else is going to push you forward, it's up to you to own your journey. So here's my question for you. What's one step you'll take today to move forward? It doesn't have to be big, just one step. Leave a comment below and share it with me. I'd love to cheer you on. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little motivation today. Remember, you've got what it takes, and the hard days don't last forever. The only way to fail is to give up, and you're not a quitter. Let's keep moving forward, together.